The Amazon basin covers millions of square miles, a vast vertical labyrinth where the sheer density of life creates a constant pressure for resources. At the top of this hierarchy, the primary survival strategy is absolute isolation. Aaron, an elephant of immense size and deep memory, embodies this solitary existence. He spends his days foraging in the quiet corners of the forest, using his strength to assist smaller creatures, rarely interacting with those who could challenge his path. Deep within the shadows, Taro moves with a calculated precision. His striped coat makes him a ghost in the dappled light. He is a pragmatic survivalist, hunting only what is necessary and maintaining a strict solitary patrol of his borders. Then there is Leo. With a golden mane and a fierce, territorial presence, he views himself as the jungle's sovereign. He operates under the assumption that he owes nothing to the world beyond his own rocky outcrops. This map shows how these three predators have carved up the landscape. Their safety and dominance rely on this strict separation, a system where survival is synonymous with staying apart. A severe summer drought shatters this system. Within weeks, the lush canopy begins to curl and wither, turning the vibrant landscape into a brittle graveyard. The impact is systemic. As the rivers turn to mud, the panic among the smaller animals spreads, signaling a wider collapse of the local ecosystem. While searching for a solution, Aaron discovers a hidden underground spring deep in the jungle's interior. It is a vital reservoir, capable of sustaining the entire region. However, the spring is blocked by a massive structural barricade. A tangle of ancient fallen trees and thick iron-like vines has sealed off the water source completely. The water is there, but it is inaccessible. This physical barrier creates a paradox. The key to survival is within reach, but no single animal has the specific combination of tools to unlock it. Aaron recognizes that his brute strength is insufficient for the delicate work of clearing the vines. To save the spring, he must do the unthinkable and seek out a specialist from across the territorial lines. He intentionally enters the tiger's domain. He approaches Taro not as a rival, but as a messenger, presenting the reality of the blocked spring and the threat they both face. Aaron makes a diplomatic case. He argues that the drought is an existential threat that renders their old rules of isolation irrelevant. Taro assesses the risk. He is a pragmatist. He recognizes that the reward of water outweighs the instinctual fear of cooperation, provided the resource is shared with absolute equity. By setting aside their self-interest, the two form the first link in an unlikely coalition, a partnership based on the harsh mathematics of survival. Together, the elephant and the tiger move towards the most fiercely guarded territory in the jungle, the high ground held by Leo. Leo meets them with immediate hostility. Driven by his sense of status, he initially refuses to even listen, viewing any suggestion of outside help as a threat to his dominance. Aaron intervenes by changing the stakes. He frames the invitation as a fight for life, rather than a challenge to Leo's rank. If the spring remains blocked, there will be no kingdom left to rule. Leo is forced to look at the cracked earth and his own starving subjects. He faces a choice between maintaining his pride and ensuring his own continued existence. Leo finally descends from his rock to join them. His concession highlights a difficult reality. The most stubborn obstacle to progress is often the psychological weight of individual ego. The trio arrives at the barricaded spring. They begin breaking down the complex structural layout of the logs and the binding vines to determine exactly where to apply their strength. Aaron acts as the heavy machinery. He leans his massive weight against the foundational logs, hauling them away to expose the center of the blockage. As the timber shifts, Taro moves in with surgical precision. He uses his agility and claws to slice through the intricate vines that hold the smaller debris in place. This diagram illustrates their roles: mass, precision, and defense. Leo provides tactical support, clearing smaller debris and guarding his partners while they work. This specific synergy allows them to dismantle the barrier. The obstacle yields because these unique strengths were applied as a single unit. With a final combined effort, the last of the debris is cleared. The physical pressure of the blockage finally gives way. A torrent of cold, clear water erupts from the underground spring, rushing over the parched earth and filling the dry basins. Smaller animals, previously hidden and weakened by the heat, begin to emerge. They gather safely at the water's edge, signaling the immediate return of life to this sector of the forest. This single act of extraction has stabilized the local ecosystem, halting the collapse that seemed inevitable only hours before. Aaron, Taro, and Leo remain at the spring together. Their proximity to one another is a visual break from the old rules of the jungle. Solving a shared crisis has established a new precedent. The utility of their cooperation has made the previous instinct for total isolation appear increasingly impractical. Their experience reveals a broader truth. When faced with an existential threat, the rigid pursuit of individualism can become a liability. The survival of the Amazon ecosystem suggests that our unique individual strengths reach their highest value when they are united for the collective good.